Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Cold Case Files, and also there's a spin-off also on Disney Plus called Cold Case Files: Murder in the Bayou. This is, of course, a reality docu-series that tells a story of true cases that were left cold. That if you don't know what the term means, it just means that there was a horrific crime that had happened, usually a murder. Almost every single time it's a murder, it's left unsolved because the evidence isn't found, things don't line up, and it just sort of goes by the wayside after a while, and resources are placed elsewhere. And in this case, we have a whole series of them. They make a point to say that there's about 120,000 unsolved murders every year. I don't know if that number is correct. It's gotten better or worse. But as the time I watch of the broadcast of the first episode, by the way, there's more than one Cold Case Files series. This one starts in 1999, it goes to 2024, 4 seasons. I have a feeling that there is only 4 on here. Okay, well, there seems to be a lot more. I don't know, but each of them run about 43 minutes or so, and they tell a complete story from start to finish per episode. Part of me was thinking, well, are they going to fill this in with maybe 2 stories per episode, or are they going to spread it out over multiple episodes? Just to go deep on the investigation. Nope, it is 1 story per episode, and honestly, 1 is enough. It is unsettling, especially when it involves the death of a child. And that's what is the focus of the very first episode of this version of the series, from the 1999 series, hosted by Bill Curtis. His name and that voice sounds very familiar. I'm not sure what else he does. Oh yeah, okay. No, he's done lots of voiceover stuff. He's also been an anchorman. He does a lot of straight serious stuff, but apparently with Anchorman, he was a comedian. Well, he was the voiceover. Oh no, he was a narrator for Anchorman. Yeah, that's what it was. So same guy. Wow, that was a weird tangent. So what we have here, I'll tell you a little bit about the first case and how they structure it. Honestly, it is all mostly talking heads, mainly interviews with the people involved. In this case, the mother and the girl's uncle, I think, or half brother. I don't know how it works, but there's 2 older adults in this story. It took place in 1992 in Oil City, Pennsylvania. That is way up in the northwest of Pennsylvania. It's a very small town, and it's now, I think it's got. I did a check on it because I'm from Pennsylvania, and I'd never heard of the place, so I wanted to. It's a big state, but I wanted to figure out where it was, and it has 7,000 people in it now. I don't know what it was in 1992, but it seems like a very small community. Like, you can't just. I'm from a very small community, smaller than that technically, and it is. Whew, those kind of communities, when it hits one person, everybody knows about it in many cases. When a little kid goes missing, that everybody knows really fast. It happened on the days leading up to Halloween. 12-year-old girl walking home from a Girl Scout Halloween party kind of thing, and separates off from one of her friends and goes the last few blocks to get home, and a car drives by and she's snatched up and she's never seen again until they find her body a few days later. And just even talking about it is unnerving. It is not entertainment to me. It is. I can see the purpose of this. The purpose and the function of this is to tell a story that, as I said, there's they state there's 120,000 cases like this per year. I hope I got that number right. But less than 1% are solved, and they thankfully at the very beginning tell you this is one of the 1%. So you know in the end they're going to get their man or woman, the person who committed that crime. And yeah, and it you feel happy, you feel good that there's justice is found, that the mother gets to have some semblance of peace despite the loss of her little girl. So yeah, it's sad all around, and not all the stories from this are about missing or kidnapped or murdered children. Thankfully, I don't think I could go more than this one episode, and I'm not going to. But I understand the function of it, and thankfully these stories are not just hey, yeah, well, here's a story of one more that's missing, and well, still haven't found him, and that's not a good way to end an episode. But yeah, they talk. Some of these go back decades, just like this one. 1992, and it went on for 5-6 years before they just kind of had to give up. And one man took this girl's case on, and he found some pretty major clues. Everybody in town practically, it seemed like they were being given a DNA test. This is some of the early times of when they couldn't just do a cheek swab. They could get your DNA. They had to get your DNA from drawing blood and doing a whole workup on that. So it's and through this you kind of think you can figure out the case, but there's no DNA matches. So from anybody who was that could have done it, because they even took her brother's blood, who was probably not even more than her age, like around her age. And his mom is like, no, what are you talking about? Why would you even suggest that? Why would you even do this? And of course, the normal reasoning is to eliminate, just make sure to eliminate anybody. But the thing is, the boy just said, let me just do this, Mom. Just let me do it. And just get it taken care of. And he was cleared. And all the usual suspects that you usually find in a family were cleared. And even people that were really suspected, like they were clearly suspects because they were known to do these types of things, and they're somehow not in jail already. They've attacked plenty of people, women. They've attacked women and children, and somehow they would get out. But they interviewed them to a degree, but they couldn't have done it. They were in jail. So you get all those kind of situations. Again, it's shot in a way between the talking heads. It's a lot of slow motion recreation stuff that's not focused on I'm going to do acting now, and I'm a cop, and I'm looking for a child who's been it's not that kind of mechanical kind of acting, that there's nobody playing the mom or a cop in these things. It's just ethereal, kind of atmospheric kind of shots of the small town, and you see a piece, like a leg or something in the water, kind of situations. It's filmed tastefully. It's not shock and awe kind of stuff. It's not gratuitous in any way. Thankfully, that would have just absolutely turned me off. It wasn't like, and when we come back from the break, we'll find out who really did it. It's none of that stuff. So if I was going to watch anything like this, it would be this show. But yeah, because now there's some shows that are just really sleazy, just when they kind of present stuff like this. And there's no way, no reason when anybody should ever put out some kind of sleazy exploitative docu series when it comes to the loss of a child. So yeah, this is something that it could be really upsetting for a number of people, but depending on who you are, and understandably so. You get the the moments where the police are talking about the experience and how it affected them at the time, and you get to see them do everything in their power to keep from breaking down in front of on camera, in the being interviewed about this 20 years later or more. So yeah, it's well, this is 1999, so maybe not 20 years, but years and years later. So approach this with caution. Viewer discretion advised, as it advises. So definitely, if you're into these kind of mysteries, and if you have ever experienced something like this in your life, you know somebody in your town. Not that anybody should be going out and playing junior detective or, TV cop, but it might give some insights on how things could have happened in certain places. And it's astounding that there was a thing that happened 5 years after the loss of this young girl, that a 5-year-old was taken. And it's like, in the same town? In the same small town. It's not L.A., where there's a whole lot of crimes, even though crime is down, but there's a whole lot of awful, awful things that are happening in L.A. on a hourly basis. And per capita, with over 2 million people here, you can expect there to be a lot of horrible things happening to children here as compared to a small town of a few thousand people. So yeah, it's, again, people are awful. But there are some people who are good, who work to find justice for the loss of a child. So definitely give this a shot if you're looking to have your heart messed with a little bit. And the next episode here is Killings on Christmas Eve, so that'll be a bright and shiny holiday story. So take it on if you can handle it. But otherwise, maybe we'll find something more upbeat tomorrow. We'll see. 51. By the way, this was supposed to be Everglades, Abducted in the Everglades, which was a dramatized story with Tori Spelling, but that got taken off, and so a short. So there's a lot of things that kind of disappear. If they're not core Disney, although Disney did take away a bunch of their own stuff many years ago, sadly. If you're interested in any of these things, especially if they're not core Disney films, expect them to disappear at any moment. Abducted in the Everglades got taken away to be Hulu exclusive, which is fine. I didn't really miss the opportunity to watch that, but maybe you might have. I don't know. But we picked this one instead, and what we're going to watch tomorrow is Mickey Plus shorts, Mickey and Bluey. So yeah, it's going to be a single short. That'll be really easy to do for me. I've had so many hour-and-a-half movies recently. It's been crazy. So it's having a short is a nice break. And this, it involves the man himself, the mouse himself, Mickey Mouse plus Bluey. Everybody's favorite little Australian dog. So Mickey Plus shorts, Mickey and Bluey on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.